Today, the 2nd of February, we call on all South Africans to collaborate in the protection of wetlands as our country observes World Wetland Day. World Wetlands Day aims to raise awareness and to increase our understanding of the critical importance of our ecosystems in general and of our wetland ecosystems in particular. Unfortunately, almost 90% of the world's wetlands are either degraded or destroyed completely. And what science is telling us is that we are losing wetlands faster than we are losing our forests. Now, I think it's important at this stage just to pause and understand what role do wetlands play and why are they so important in a water-stressed country such as South Africa. Wetlands play two important functions in our society. First of all, they store water so that during times of drought and decreased rainfall, they will then release that water into our river systems. And that obviously helps with agriculture, it helps wildlife, and of course, it also helps human consumption of water. The second important function that wetlands play is that they protect the built environment as well as the natural environment from flooding. Because a wetland is like a sponge, and when there's an excessive amount of rainfall and a large amount of surplus runoff, the absorption of this water by wetlands helps to prevent flooding. So the question we face is, if our wetlands are so incredibly endangered, what are we going to do about it? And the United Nations has declared a decade on ecosystem restoration. And South Africa, as a signatory to the 1971 Convention on Wetlands, is obviously part of planning in our own country how we will use this coming decade to restore our wetlands. In the last 5 years, the Working on Wetlands project of our own department has rehabilitated 634 wetlands across the country, constituting a total of 22,000 hectares of wetland area that has been restored. And this, as I've already explained, contributes to healthier water supplies and improving the economic benefits of natural and agricultural habitats. The work is being done in a way that maximizes the socioeconomic benefits in the form of employment creation, skills development, and knowledge transfer, as well as the development of small and micro enterprises that participate in the program. Altogether, over the last 5 years, we have created over 12,000 full-time and part-time jobs in our Working for Wetlands program. Now, wetlands are also important as a natural habitat for migratory birds. And South Africa is also a signatory to the Ramsar Convention. And this is why we have invested over 461 million rand in rehabilitating and maintaining South Africa's wetlands since 2017. Our rich endowment of biodiversity comes with a huge responsibility of ensuring that our species and ecosystems are conserved and used sustainably. Wetlands are therefore critical in delivering on global commitments relating to biodiversity, climate change, and sustainable development, particularly in the wake of two important international meetings that were hosted at the end of last year. The one being COP27, the Convention on Climate Change in Egypt, and the other being the Convention on Biodiversity, which was hosted in Montreal in December. Both of those significant meetings received scientific reports that indicated that we are facing a number of tipping points with regard to biodiversity and climate-related issues. It is therefore important that we take this opportunity to honor World Wetlands Day, and we rededicate ourselves over the next 10 years to making sure that at the end of the coming decade, our wetlands are in a better shape than they were when the decade began.